Hello there, just a quick wee video. I was just having a look at some of the gatherers and I was looking at my farm accounts and basically gatherers are completely overlooked. And what I'm going to show you today is just the armament parts that are completely, like, nobody cares about them, but I just want to show you the absolute basics. So when we're looking at armaments, we've obviously got six different things, or we've got eight if you include the middle, but let's dismiss them just now. But each of these actually has a special category. So let's have a quick look. Right, so we look at trousers. So I know like trousers is going to be for oil. Depends on which trousers you get, but eventually oil. So if I know I want all my gatherers to have minor pants, I don't care about the rest of them because they're going to be gathering. I'm not doing anything else with them. So I'll know. Forget all the rest. I'm a hypocrite because I went the wrong way and I've bloody upgraded loads, and it took me ages until I realised it. So I thought I'd share it so all you guys know before you make my mistakes. So let's have a quick look at what I would do at the beginning. So now I've got minor. If I look at the trendy, squad lethality and squad attack, all these are irrelevant. If I look at minor pants, I've got oil speed, oil gathering speed. Hopefully I can get some oil gathering speed. The rest of them, because they're gatherers, if I get any more, I'm not going to bother too much. If I get any more, it'd be things like squad load or something like that. But it doesn't matter. All I'm going to be doing is gathering. Now for on this one, it's the same. We'll forget about the gold bags, but look at the smaller purple bags. They're wood. So we need all the gathering heroes to have these ones. Forget about the rest. None of them matter for gatherers. All we want is the purple strap case because it's a wood gathering bag. Hopefully, I don't know if I've actually gotten it. I'm using her as a wood gatherer, but anyone else that has these bags, like getting them all started now, I will make sure that they have wood, and then maybe load or whatever. Anything, maybe speed and load. They'll be the only ones. I don't care about anything else. This one, so what we've got on here. So quickly looking at all them, the only thing that's in here is squad load. So the rest is irrelevant. So we know that technically we should be using these ones, not anything else. Well, them two. And we're going to focus on the load part of it. So if you had on this one and had steel, I don't know, wood, and then load, it's a perfect one for only gathering steel or wood. I'm not going to go into their specific skills, but you could match them up with that. And we can go to here. This will be steel gathering is, what's that called, stealth goggles. So we know that everyone else should have stealth goggles. So it's steel gathering, and then we try and get steel. I'm using this one, so I've got steel gathering, steel gathering, squad speed. I'm not going to dismiss that one because that's perfect. Now I want squad load or literally anything more gathering related or speed related or load related. But look at this, steel. That's three buffs. I've got 27.5 plus 3.2 plus 5.9. And this one's the best one. If you can get them, gathering speed 7.2. That's the universal shovel. Look, I've got two of them, so that's 7.2. Even the small purple ones. Now you've got gathering speed. These can be anything you want. It's completely irrelevant, whatever you're wanting. But now you've got gathering speed here, and then you focus on the rest. So all the other ones, like this one, she's a zombie killer, so that doesn't matter. This one's irrelevant. I'll just get rid of that in the market. It doesn't matter either. Because the only thing I care about is gathering speed, then more gathering, or depending on what I'm wanting. So I'll just make these more focused for what I'm going to use them for. And then finally, we've got technically the speed one for me anyway. I use that for travel speed or travel speed, but you've also got it for damage to zombies. So these ones, damage to zombies, these are perfect for using for your zombie killer, but for gathering, I think it's actually wood food that's in here that's a good one, but sure I've seen it somewhere. Yeah. So technically, the farmer safety boots is for food gathering, but to be honest, I couldn't tell you the last time I actually gathered food. So it all depends who you're fighting with. If you're fighting with infantry or riders or archers, it all depends kind of what you're using. So straight away, we know that if we focus just on the one thing, like if we focus all these on strap cases, we know that any hero we're going to get then there's wood. This is where it gets a wee bit complicated because if you actually look at the physical hero, and these are a bad example, but if I go to the ones that I use for gathering, so we know her. So we've got Zia, I don't know how you pronounce her name. So I personally use her for gathering oil. Her armaments, oil is 79.9. I don't care about the rest. She's only gets sent out for oil. And the other reason that I use her for oil is because if you look at these parts, probably not that one, increase in oil gathering speed by 30%. I don't really care about the rest. Well, that one I gather, that was perfect. So she's super fast at gathering and amazing at gathering oil. The rest, squad load doesn't really matter. These are perfect. I like the bonus. So let's look at another one. We'll look at good old Alex. So I use Alex as a bit of a mixture. He does steel at the moment. If we look at his armaments, 78.4. And the reason he's used for steel is if you look at his talents once again, increase in steel gathering up to 30%, and increase in whatever up to 20%. But the main one there is steel. So I'm utilising that extra 10% of the steel. Then we've got, what else do we have? So we'll have Jeremy's a bit strange because I don't really use him so much as a gatherer. He's more for speed. So he's for speed and then anything else is just general. I usually just put him on anything, probably would, but I've not got maxed out for that. If we look at Maxine, so technically she was my food hero for some strange reason. I never ever gather food, but at the moment she's a bit kind of general. I've got her still at 52% food. Most of that's probably generated from these stupid things here, increasing food and oil. So eventually I'll switch her to oil. At the moment I use her for oil, but she's not really set up properly for it. Still 41%, so it's quite high. So you've got the bonus here for food and oil. I don't do the food, so I know straight away she's going to be an oil gatherer. And then it brings me to the final one, Granny. I use her for wood as well. And the reason, if I go to her armaments, she's set 74% for wood. And the reason that I'm using her for wood is based on these. Straight away, wood gathering speed, 24%. The rest, 16%. So there's no point in me. I mean, that's an extra 8% if I just use her for wood. The rest, you get all these extras, but they're just extras. Now it's about the balance of who you pair them with. It becomes a massive conundrum. I've got spreadsheets where I've cross-matched them with people. So I'll use Granny as an example. I know the matches that I've got for them. So Granny, for example, I'm using her to gather wood. If we look at her gathering speed, 74.6%. Well, we know that this is based on loads of things and wood's best here. I use her with, if I eventually find where to put them, I don't really kind of max up the other ones that I'm not using. I think I've lost them. Too many bloody heroes. So I pair her with Andrew. Now, armaments doesn't matter because he's going to be the second hero, so it doesn't count. So the only thing that counts is the skills. Now look at the skills. That one doesn't matter. This one is food and increase in wood. So straight away, technically I should use him as a food hero, but I don't really care about food, so I use it for wood. These ones don't really matter, or don't matter to me. If I take a look at Chris, she gets kind of, a rough time. Nobody really uses her, but she's got a gathering speed boost here for 20%. So it's perfect for other people. But look at Angela, nothing really relevant to me. Gathering speed 20%. HP is irrelevant. So straight away we've got the heroes that would match up. If we go to, I'll have to pull back a squad, 2 seconds. Actually, I could just show you in there, I think. So if you look at my heroes here, so I've got Maxine paired with Chris. Chris is simply because she gets the extra 20%. I've got Zia, I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it. I know that Angela, I think that's Angela gets the 20%. This one I'll have a look. I've not looked at the doctor in a minute, but I presume that he's targeted more for steel, and we've already looked at them. These two, they're going to be more for speed and for killing zombies. A wee bit of explanation will make sense if I show you. I mean, I'm pretty close to getting, I think I've got the skills up to there already. Not buying any or anything, but I will awaken her to go with Jeremy for the speed, and then I'll utilise them both together to be like the ultimate force for gathering. We can go back, we have to find the doctor. I need a doctor for my sore throat. But if we look at the back alley doctor, I presume that it's going to be good for steel. There you go, steel gathering speed. So it's all about pairing them. Now, when I personally set them up, this one doesn't really matter. They will be good for everything once I'm finished. But these were the best pairings for me. For them, for doing, ironically, I've got them at wood, but you can do them for steel as well. I'll probably switch them to steel. I don't really need steel at the moment, so I'm just putting them on wood. Oil, oil. 100% they're the best for oil, and I've tested multiple different ways and everything. I'm not caring so much about squad loads and all that crap yet. I do have a breakdown on the spreadsheet that I'll probably add a little link to, but it's probably outdated and I'll have to change it all. How long is this video? I mean, we've been going 12 minutes, so there's nothing much more to show you. But I think the main part to get out of all this is there's no point in you having all these other ones when, well, technically you need one for zombie fighting, but apart from that, anyone else should only be for gathering, so you should only be using strap case. It's one for gathering. There's no point in you having damage to zombies if you don't need it to damage to zombies. There's no point in you having kill experience. When you get to a certain level, that becomes irrelevant. I should be getting rid of this, but simply because I've got it and I use it for speed. That's the only thing it's there for. And same for I'll only ever need the minor pants because the other ones are just irrelevant to me. That's a waste of time. I mean, I use that for killing zombies, but it's very important that you actually look at what the actual ones are. You might end up with 10 just the same ones. Well, you only need 5, but you might end up with 5 completely maxed out ones, but that's perfect. There's no point in you wasting your time on the rest of them. I've kind of went through these loads and loads, and I had loads of different ones because I used to use Martin for things and for filling up bases and for using for speed, and I wasted so much time and effort on all this rubbish. I'm going to go back to the beginning, and that's why I'm sharing this with you now, because if you start the correct way, I mean, I've got 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 different ones there, and the only bloody ones I need are the stealth goggles, because the stealth goggles give me the boost. Adventure goggles, that's no use to me. That's no use to me. That's no use to me. Yeah, I can use it for different things and stuff, but for gathering, I should have just focused on the steel gathering part and then made sure that I had at least 2 steel gathering here. Same with this one. I need at least 2 steel gathering to make this worthwhile. So if I get steel, 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 I've already got 33% better than any other one because I've got this one up the top. Anyway, if you've got any questions, give us a shout. Some people don't bother with gatherers, but if you've got the armaments there and they're just sitting there, you'd be as well using it. when I do, I'm going to slightly go higher, I think, but if I gathering report, the bonuses you end up getting are absolutely amazing. Some of them have been part to gather oil and get that as a bonus, to gather wood and get that as a bonus. I mean, look at that. Gathering this amount, I'm getting 50% essentially. It's a wee bit less, but 48% or something bonus just for gathering oil. It's nearly half. You can't lose out on essentially kind of doubling or nearly doubling some things. Anyway, if you've got any questions, could you shout because um, it'll prompt me to start making my spreadsheets again and actually find ways of maximising our capabilities. Anyway, hope you have a good day. See you later.